Hello and welcome to Martin Lucas Investor. Are we live? I don't know if we are. Oh yeah, we are live. Brilliant. Okay, welcome to Martin Lucas Investor. My name is Sensei, and we are here for the morning forecast, where we look and see if it's going to be a thundery day in the markets, if it's going to be a calm day, or if we're going to see a lot of money being made. So thank you everyone for tuning in. It is going to be a silver special again because we've got silver on the move. So silver is on the move today. I just wanted something's going wrong with the stream. No, I think everything's fine. Can everyone hear me okay? Um, you are live. Thank you, Jerry. Is everything okay on the stream? Thank you, guys. And thank you to anyone who's watching this later. If you are from the silver community, please do hit the like button and leave a comment down below. And I know some of our investors, some of the Lucasades themselves are silver investors as well. And we've got silver moving up today right after our reports over the last few days. We've got silver at nearly $36 an ounce, the highest price we've seen on silver since Wednesday, the 29th of February 2012. The highest price since 2012 on silver has been hit today. We are now moving on silver. A lot can happen on silver. And we can get one of those nice bullish days on silver once again. So silver is moving. We are up again on the day for silver. We are up so far 3.8% on silver. So here we go. Here comes the moves for silver. A beautiful breakout, beautiful back test, and another beautiful breakout today out of $35.50 an ounce. We are now projecting possibly a $37 an ounce and then further $44, $50. If that all-time high breaks, it can accelerate fast. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Remember, nothing I ever say here, newsletter, anywhere is ever financial advice. It's just my thoughts, my opinions, and please do not trade based on anything I'm saying. So, why is it going up? I've just seen in the comment section. Well, we've seen gold go on an incredible bull run. Silver has been underperforming. The ratio is out of balance. And now people are coming into silver as another hedge against everything going on with the spending and the inflation and the new bill, the big beautiful bill. And also just technical reasons. We've broken out. Again, if you don't know any of that news, you can just look at the chart and say, we tried to break out in October of 24. We tried to break out in 25. The third time we've tried, we broke above, we tested as resistance, and just technically speaking, it's breaking out as well. We're going to look at some of the fundamentals. If you got the newsletter today, you already know what I'm talking about. We'll go through certain parts and leave certain parts for the paid members of the newsletter. If you don't have the newsletter already, there is a free version. There's an annual plan. There's a monthly plan. The annual plan definitely works out the best. The link is pinned on the top of the live chat. If you're watching later, it's the first link in the description. So, I wonder if I can change this. No, I can't change that. Is it buffering for anyone? Because I've accidentally gone on the highest mode possible. So let me know what the quality is like. It should be better, but it could also be buffering. So let me know. So in today's newsletter, you got the Sensei morning forecast. You get it every single morning. Today's top story is Silver Strikes Back. Form Circle's IPO debut happening today on the bell. We'll be covering the opening bell. And a brewing silver breakout. Today's market moves blend crypto milestones with macro momentum, get the edge before the bell. You can see what's going on in the markets. Pretty much flat on the crypto side of things. Pretty much flat on the equities. Again, Europe, UK outperforming the US. And we've got oil down, 10-year bond down, and gold up again on the day. So the 5 things you need to know before the bell, and then we'll come on to the main silver story. Yes, silver has been just rising over the last few years, just higher lows, momentum coming into silver. So Circle IPO set to begin trading today at $31 a share. This will happen during the opening bell. I'll be covering the opening bell. So Circle Internet Group, the issuer of USDC stablecoin, is scheduled to begin trading today on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol CRCL. I know a lot of people have seen it on Robinhood and registered their interest. So the company's priced its upside initial public offering at $31 a share, above the anticipated range of $27 to $28, reflecting a strong investor demand. This offer includes 34 million shares, raising approximately $1 billion and valuating Circle around $8 billion. So remember, when people were coming out and saying Ripple's going to buy it for $20 billion, they were wrong. Ripple wouldn't have done that. And in fact, Brad Garlinghouse, so in relation to this news, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has denied rumours that Ripple attempted to acquire Circle, so it was fake news. It was reported by a couple major organizations. I think Fox News even reported on it, but he has come out and said it is fake news, and they didn't even try and acquire it. So Garlinghouse emphasized that Ripple is focused on building its own initiatives, including development of its own stablecoin RLUSD. Sensei's insight: Circle's IPO is a significant milestone for the crypto industry, signaling growth, institutional acceptance of stablecoins and blockchain-based financial infrastructure. As Circle enters the public market, its performance could influence investor sentiment towards other crypto-related companies and the broader digital asset ecosystem. We've also got, I'm going to go to the main story and then we'll come back to some of these other stories as well. I'm going to go over to silver for anyone who's tuned in because of the silver story. So silver short squeeze history set up and what comes next. So let's look at some past examples. So back to when silver went parabolic. So in 1980, the all-time high of silver, 1980, $50 we hit. And we're nowhere near it today. So the two oil tycoons, the Hunt brothers, tried to corner silver. They were just buying it up as much as they could, pushing it from $10 to $50 an ounce. Then the regulations came in and they said you can't do that anymore, you can't keep buying futures. And then silver collapsed 75% and then they went bankrupt. So that's the story of the Hunt brothers in a nutshell. In 2011, again, when we hit basically $50 an ounce. So post-crisis fears and inflation bets sent silver soaring from $49 to $49 before CME margin hikes triggered a steep sell-off. We saw that big rise in price in 2011. We haven't hit those prices since. You can see if we go back to 2011, we went up very fast. I mean, we went from a price of about $17 an ounce all the way up to $50 an ounce in under a year, 250 days, a 3x on silver. And we might be gearing up to do the same thing now. So in 2011, it was the post-crisis fears, inflation bets. Everyone started buying silver again. A potential short squeeze that happened then. So in 2021, again, the Wall Street bets people, the ones that were betting on GME and all those things that were going on in 2021, they tried to do a silver squeeze, and they basically made it happen a little bit. So silver touched $30. SLV, the ETF inflows surged, but momentum faded shortly after when it came to sort of the end of that whole era. But in 2021, we saw the sharp, what was it? Yeah, 2021, they tried to push it up again, but we failed to break $30 an ounce. And today we are well above $30 an ounce, held that $30 an ounce as a level of support, the thing we've been talking about for the last few months on silver, held it as support. We covered it in April, saying it's coming in for a bullish back test, and now it's at $35 and has plenty more room to run, in my opinion. So the lessons: so price spikes happen, but sustained squeeze needs more than just hype. It's never wrong to take profits. Each of these examples, the Hunt brothers and the 2011 spike, a lot of people just got greedy. They wanted to hold. They thought it was going to $100, $150, $200, and they kept holding. In fact, it came down and it went sideways for years and years and years. So if this happens again, there is nothing wrong with taking profits. So the current short interest, ammunition loaded. So futures, COMEX, managed money, short contracts are low. 15,000 versus historical highs, but commercial hedges hold a massive structural short of 70,000 net. That's 350 million ounces short. So there is a lot of short interest. Even on SLV, the biggest ETF, shorts, I think it's the biggest silver ETF, short surged to an all-time high in Q1 of 2025. 69 million shares, 14% short interest, now down to 38 million, but still elevated. So there is still short interest even on the ETFs. So these positions are fuels. If sentiment flips, it could trigger forced buying. Remember, if the underlying growth happens, if the price keeps going in, people FOMO, those people that are shorting will have to buy back their positions. The price of silver will go higher. Then the other people will get liquidated, have to buy in their positions. Then the price will go higher. Then the other people get liquidated. So that's the cascading effect of a short squeeze. And we might be seeing one starting to occur on silver. So let's look at the underlying, what's going on behind the scenes, the supply and demand, because fundamentally that's what it all comes down to. So in 2024, we don't have really the 2025 data, but in 2024, the mining production was up 319, but not up too much, 0.9. 820 million ounces mined. Recycled was about 193 million ounces. In 2024, the demand, however, so the total was 1.16 billion an ounce, so definitely a deficit there. So it's about a deficit of 149 million, fourth year in the row that the demand is higher than the supply. The industrial amount is 680 million ounces of silver, so it's a record high, and you know what they're being used in: solar, EVs, electronics. So it does actually have a use case as well. It does have utility as well as have being a hedge against inflation and all those other things. So there was still investment, 200 million for bars and coins as well, slightly lower on year. So the deficit, there is a deficit. So the deficit trend, cumulative 21 to 24 deficit, is about 700 million ounces. Stockpiles are being drained, vaults inventories are thinning, and retail premiums are a warning. So you can see that there is definitely a deficit going on in the underlying supply to demand. So gold and silver ratio. The gold and silver ratio is basically at a nearly an all-time high, sitting around 95, 100 to 1. So 100 ounces of silver gives you 1 ounce of gold. That is historically high. The historic average is about 60, and it's been much lower than that as well. In 2011, it was about 30. So the implication is silver is cheap compared to gold. In past bull runs, the ratio compresses fast. UBS sees this falling to the 70s in 2025. So we do have a bit to fall, so that so that silver catches up to gold. Is it an inflation hedge with everything going on? Yes, but it does come with volatility. Silver tracks inflation over long cycles, more volatile than gold, about 2 to 3 times more volatile, but can outperform in growth and inflation combos, which is what we've got going on right now, and it hasn't been outperforming gold until maybe the last week or so. So half of silver's demand is industrial. That adds torque, so there's actually industrial use cases. Remember, gold is very much just a store of value plus jewelry. So during stagflation, gold might outperform short term. So people have been asking me, how do I buy this? What can you give me? Physical ETFs? What is silver? How do I buy it? So you can do it two ways. You can buy physical, or you can buy ETFs. So physical silver, we'll go through the pros and cons, and you can make your own decision whether you want to buy it, not buy it, which one to buy if you do want to buy it. So what is it? So you've physical silver, this is what we're talking about now. You own the real metal, typically in the form of bullion bars or government minted coins, American silver eagles or Britannias. And that would be basically a physical coin, which might be legal tender as well. They are for Britannias, for example, or you can get it as bars. So how do you buy them? You can go to online dealers. You can go to your local coin shop as well. The cheapest way, obviously, is peer-to-peer, knowing someone or being part of a group that you trust. Reddit sometimes has groups. Facebook sometimes has groups. eBay is probably cheaper than the other two options, but they do come with more risk as well. So you have to be very careful, and you have to be a bit more experienced when you do it that way. So the pros of holding physical silver is you actually hold the metal. There's no counterparty risk. It's private, no paper trail, off the grid asset, useful in systemic crises or if currency fails. Collectible premiums. Some coins have a lot of premiums if you know what you're doing, and some coins are capital gains tax free. For example, in the UK, the Britannias, for example, you will never have to pay capital gains tax again, check yourself, but you won't have to pay capital gains tax because it's basically legal tender. But the bars are not. The coins in the UK are. If it's a UK Royal Mint issued coin, do your own research. But yeah, so cons, premium. So you normally have to pay a significant premium on gold, maybe like 1 to 3%. On silver, it's about 10 to 30% over spot price. The premium. Um, Storage, there's safety concerns. You have to pay for insurance, or do you want to store it somewhere else? Liquidity, it's a bit slower to sell, so you can't just go and click a button online and you sell it as you would with an ETF. You would have to go to a store or send it to someone to sell it. So it is very like, as in, it's, you can go tomorrow to a store and sell it. Someone will be willing to buy it, but it's not instant. You can't also yield it or leverage physical silver. So what's that best for? It's best for long-term holders. It's best for preppers and those hedging against systemic risk or wanting full control. Silver ETFs, on the other hand, for example, SLV, I think, is the biggest one. It is the iShares Silver Trust. They hold the underlying assets in vaults in London, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they hold it in vaults in London, and it tracks the spot price of silver with a small expense ratio. I think you have to pay about 0.5%. So what is it? You buy a fund that tracks the silver price. SLV, iShares, or PSLV Sprott are the biggest. How do you do it? You go through any of your normal brokers, Robinhood, Trading 212, eToro, and you buy it just like you would any other ETF. You can probably hold it inside your ISA, your SIP, your Roth IRA in the US as well. So the pros: it's easy to trade, highly liquid, no storage worries, tight spreads, low premiums, suitable for short-term trading or chart setups. The cons: you don't own your silver directly, you own paper. SLV critics argue that its metal isn't fully allocated as well. It can be impacted by fund manager risks or hypothecation. No access if markets shut down. Best for traders, passive exposure using tax advantage accounts. So here's my tip. Physical silver gives you sovereign protection. ETFs offer trading flexibility. Think of ETFs like a surfboard. Good for riding short waves. Physical is your lifeboat. Don't confuse the two. Understand the differences between the two. Again, not financial advice. So my takeaway is silver isn't just a shiny metal, it's a coiled spring. With elevated short interest, 4 years of supply deficits, record institutional demand, gold and silver ratio screaming undervaluation, the ingredients are there for a major move. It doesn't guarantee a squeeze, but it does build the tension. That's my thoughts on silver. That's why I'm bringing it to you. Every time my eyes on something, I want to bring it to you as well. And silver we brought to you a couple of days ago, and throughout the year, to be honest, especially when we had this back test of $29. And now today you're seeing the highs, 12-year highs on silver. 12-year highs on silver. Let that sink in. Let me have a look at your comments. If you are here with us, please do hit the like button. Let's see if we can get up to 100 likes. Subscribe if you're new. That was all from our newsletter as well. So if you do want to sign up to the newsletter, I'm going to give you the link in the live chat. If you're watching later, it's the first link in the description. Please do consider signing up to the newsletter as well. Let's have a look at your comments. Let's start from the beginning as well, see who was here first. William Myers was here, good morning. Jerry was here, Mike is here, hello, hello, hello. Jerry says, I'm bullish on silver, even miners. If you're not in silver right now, then look at miners. Admittedly, there are very few, but mining silver, but buying silver miners is buying silver in the ground at a discount. Yes, there's a lot of undervalued gold and silver miners out there. I did put in a stock review for VZLA. I bought a few months ago and I'm up. Feel like a genius. I saw the trend before it happened. Jerry, I love it. Not a producer, but very favourable. Watching Sensei's Part 2 training. Good report this morning. Well done, Sensei. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed the training. What Motto 18 was talking about is our new free training course on Discord about all the charts, everything I know. We're going step by step, beginner to expert, on the Discord. So there is the link. New all-time high for silver, says Jerry. I do have some silver, says Yestin. I do have so much silver. We love it, Yestin. Good luck to you. Good sentiment comes with good silver price. No, I don't think so. Possibly $40. Nominal high is nothing. Gold all-time high recently just got above its inflation-adjusted figure. Next year we will get the nominal high, says Jerry. All-time highs are in the 50s. Yeah, about $50 an ounce. Sure, but still under elevated growth from 24 to now. Gold is up 68%. For silver to match, it would equal $38. Yes, but normally it's a lower market cap. It does move a bit faster when it does want to. I think it will be soon, at latest August, says Yeston. Mike, silver, but which stock is best? SLV is probably the most popular, yeah. There's a lot of naked shorts on silver, so major squeeze on silver could send the price to numbers you wouldn't think possible. Yeah, if it moves, if the shorts come through, if the shorts get liquidated, it can move very fast. You always have to prepare for the upside, the sideways action, and the downside. And one of the upside potentials is a massive squeeze as well as just normal coming back to normal ratios and heading up to $40, $37, $40, $50. Silver bulls, good day to be a silver bull. Inflation adjusted all time high. My LCS opens in an hour and 15 minutes. Going to trade 3 ounce of gold for more silver and throw in 5k more cash before the moonshot. Anonymous, are you new here? Are you a silver fan? Have you just discovered the channel? Please let us know. Interesting. You're going to exchange some gold for silver. I love it. I love when you just physically are handling these things. It feels so much more tangible. Complete opposite to crypto, isn't it? Sensei, what ticker symbol do you buy silver, or what ETF is best? Do your own research. Have a look at them. You can probably do research in like 10 minutes, but SLV is the one I've used in the past. I don't know if it's the best. It is definitely one of the most popular ones out there, and it tracks the spot price. So SLV would be something I'd look at, but do your own research. There is definitely other options out there, but yeah, SLV basically tracks the price. Gold's 1980s high was 815 an ounce. That's $3,350 in 2025 dollars. Silver's $49 an ounce. It's $150. Gold at 3,396. 14 an ounce beats an adjusted high. Silver, yeah. So you're saying silver should be priced at around $50 an ounce, inflation return. Are you live? Yes, I am live. Invesco is low cost. Is that a good one? I haven't. I don't know. I haven't done my research. Eli B or LEB. We can hear you. Brilliant. What are your thoughts on Circle? Will it do? Is it a buy? I don't like buying IPOs, but I'm sure it will have a. IPOs normally very volatile, mostly like volatile to downside, then a big move up to the upside, and then over the next year it goes down. So I'm not a buyer of IPOs. Maybe if you want to have a bit of fun, you can get involved. I do think it's a company that will be around for a long time. It's at, I guess, a sensible valuation, maybe a little bit high, but I think it will grow into that valuation easily. So I'm not here to say if it's a buy or not. We will cover it together. I do think it will have a sort of a volatile start, possibly more likely to go to the upside. We answered why it's going up. I wouldn't recommend chasing, says Jerry. Hedge your speculation. I'm so pumped. Yeah, Jerry, it's great, isn't it? Finally. Is silver on a progressive rise over the last few years? Next, on half an hour, big news. We love it. Martyn's going live in half an hour. I'll be ending this stream in just about 15 minutes. Is silver on a progressive rise over the last few years? Yes, it is. Looks great. Silver will never go to zero. Yeah, I agree with that. It's highly manipulated and an industrial metal as well. Silver was so cheap in the early 2000s. Do they hold silver and short as a hedge? Yes, Jerry, they do. No, I shouldn't have said that. Is I think it's called colloquially. Yes, they do hold silver, and then they short it as a hedge. Yes. Next metal to move is palladium. I'm looking to trade. I'm looking to trade the ratio. Tap the like button. Yes, please do hit the like button if you're here with us this morning. Have a look at the increase in jewelry demand as reported by Sinners Institute. I'm sure there's. Well, the thing is, it's interesting because the reason that gold perform like a lot of the market is yes, people buy gold as jewelry, but also the people that are buying gold as investment, they're just buying it in jewelry form. Like if you go to other countries, like I guess in the US and the UK, there's a massive premium for gold jewelry, um, with like mainstream shops. But if you go to like countries in the Middle East, India, maybe Africa, I don't know, like Asia, the premium on jewelry is it's not really that high. So people buy it as jewelry, but they're basically buying it as an investment. So that's why I think the figures are a bit mismatched because they go, "Oh, gold is being used so much in jewelry." Well, the reason most people are buying jewelry in other places in the world is not because of the jewelry. It's sort of a double whammy. You're buying it as an investment and jewelry. It doesn't really work the same in the UK and the US because manufacturers just hype up the price and it's way, way more expensive as gold. So I would always recommend, like, if you're going to buy it in the UK and US, as an investment slash jewelry, just like don't go to the mainstream shops and buy it. Like do some research, go to the actual coin shops, go see some secondhand stuff because that would be much, and then weigh it and see how much of a premium you're actually paying. Um, so Royal Mint also issue metals and medals and bars. Yes, they do, but the coins are capital gains tax free. If you're getting sovereigns, for example, the bars aren't. Silver is a silver's storage of value. My coining I bought 19 years ago. It has the same buying power if I sell today. That's the point, isn't it? Not in half an hour. No, no, on half hour. Not in. Oh, on half hour. Sorry. Martyn will be live in 13 minutes. Perfect. I apologise. On the half hour. Okay, we will be. Where was I? Oh yeah, Royal Silver storage. Yep, we read that. Also, the Shanghai price difference. Thank you, Jerry. Is there any platforms can trade silver and commodities outright? Since in the UK, I know eToro offers this, but they charge an arm and a leg to trade silver and commodities. What do you mean outright? I'm sure trading 212 you can do it on CFDs. You can definitely do it on trading 212. Mike says breakfast bar. Should we bring up the breakfast bar? Where is Discord? Um, So let me go on to the Discord. Mike wants breakfast bar. Let's put on the breakfast bar. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at Mike with his. Is that the Queen? No, I don't know who that is. What coin is that? He's got this mug, and he's got the first anniversary mug. I love it, and he's got a silver coin. Absolutely wonderful. Do you remember when I thought your pennies were gold coins? Thank you, Mike, for sharing that silver coin. Yeah, Circle Internet Group IPO today. Yes, we'll be covering it later. Let me go back to comments. Hope you have a blessed day. Thank you, Robbie C. I hope you do too. Zuba Patel, Circle Internet Group IPO today. We'll be covering it later. Does silverware count teasing? No, it does. Why are you teasing it? Silver. However you want to own it, it counts. It's going up in value. I recently bought some chopsticks just as for fun, a chopstick and like the chopstick spoon thing, full silver. That I'm up on my investment from like I bought it 6 months ago, pretty close to spot value. So there we go, silver. Yes, Stacey. Yes, Impact Silver IPT on the TSX. Tap the like button, says Jerry. Yes, if you have just tuned in, please do hit the like button. Morning, Mike. You buying silver? Manna said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I am silver, says Mike. Our B is here today. Hello, Sensei. I'm wondering about the bonds that the Japanese would sell if they raise up the rates, which could lead to possibly crash in the stock market. Any current update on that? Bear, I think they're doing their we've got a whole article on it on the newsletter. If you go to the newsletter website, you'll go and be able to read all about the carry trade. I'm going to give you the link to the newsletter. Go, and then you can go into the past archives, and you'll have that's the link for the Discord Premium. But the link for the carry trade is on the newsletter. So if you go to newsletter, and then you'll see it as the carry trade newsletter. It's one of the deep dives. You'll have all the information you need there. I think it's in a couple weeks or either next Monday or the Monday after, where they're going to be looking at interest. Oh, I don't have any of my tickets on. I apologise. Let me put that on. And I don't have any alerts on. It's going to be. I can quickly have. Oh, I've put the chat on. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know we can do that. It's the poll. Sorry, let me turn that off. What was I going to do? I was going to look for the newsletter for you. So if anyone has the newsletter, you can always go to the past ones. You can just click on the top. You can scroll down and you'll find the carry trade one here. And then the date for the next, you've got all the charts for it. You've got everything about it. Trying to see what the date was. Yeah, so it's 16th to 17th of June is the next Bank of Japan policy meeting, and you've got all the information about the risks about the carry trade in that newsletter. Let's go back to today's newsletter. We've got some more stories we want to cover. Last time that happened was in 2004. They're saying 800% pump. Wow. TNT, are you new here? Let me know. LA crypto up 196%. Incredible. We'll have a look at that. Hello, Sensei. I was wondering, yep, we've answered that. Google is almost 171. It's on our top gainers list in the newsletter. I started buying silver at $11 an ounce. Wow, blue line pick. Absolutely amazing. Silver should be $150 an ounce adjusted for inflation. It's ridiculous if you're seeing the inflation numbers. It's ridiculous. For gold, $21,000 per ounce. In India, it's a wedding thing. It's an everything thing in the Asian countries. Weddings, everything. Presents. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, if you think about it, if every time you treated your wife or husband to a present, instead of buying some random thing that just goes down in value, if you were just buying them gold jewelry at a small premium, not spending ridiculous amounts at random places, but at actual jewelers, whatever, you would actually. It's just a way of accumulating wealth, isn't it? Keep the partner happy and also increase over time. I buy it for my kids each year as a Christmas present. They get some blue line pick. Oh, what was your last question, Craig? Is there a platform? Oh, right. Um, there is a YouTuber who basically sells it at a small premium and buys it for fairly good prices. I think his name is Backyard Bill. Backyard Billion. Backyard Billion. Um, I might actually contact him to see if he wants to come and if I can sort of do a collaboration. Backyard Billion. He has a website. You can message him on Instagram. I've bought a few things off him and considered selling a few things off him. But Craig, sometimes I'm interested in these things as well. So send me a message on Discord. I think there's other people on Discord that might have like Facebook Marketplaces groups as well that they are a part of. So jump into Discord and maybe we'll create a silver channel for everyone to talk about. Maybe we'll just trade it throughout the Lucasades. Silver 190 80. Silver's 1980 peak of $49 an ounce is 1,000 to 1,300 an ounce in. You sure? $50 in 1980s is now $1,000. Thank you, Jerry. I've been buying and trading silver forever, coins mostly, says Mike. I love it. Nice, Mike. I got my first American Eagle a few weeks ago, and the premium is usually high in the UK. Bought the dip. I love it. All right, I'll check it out. Thank you as always, Sensei. No worries at all. Um, I have been buying. Yeah, we've read that. I love sushi. Chopsticks are the best, says Stacy. Um, I have many Eagles, still keeping a few Morgans left as well. Silver is silver, but the premiums need some attention. 300-gram silver antique is worth more than the metal alone. It's a fun game if you like a challenge. LA crypto up 109. Never heard of it. LA crypto. LAUSD. Yeah, it's not even. It's not even on any exchange. Yeah, can't even look at the price. It's not even on any exchange. LA USD. Thank you for making us aware of it, Martyn, but it's not even on any exchange. I think it's just come out today. Be very careful. Google, $170. Yeah, Google was in the newsletter this morning as one of the top gainers. Let's have a look at the price. We will be going straight over to Martyn for a special big news in 4 minutes' time. Google. Yeah, Google's up. Nothing too special. Language. Joe, what's language? Backyard bullion. Yes, silver going to make me money, says Yestin. I once bought a jotty jobber who was selling golden cards. Am I right? And if I'm right, I also know one who bought a golden card. Where is my comment? Okay, again, I once know a YouTuber who sold a golden card. And if I'm your comment's there, and if I'm right, a right, I also knew known a YouTuber who bought a card from another YouTuber. Yes, that was me. I bought Martyn Lucas's gold card, and I'm happy with my investment, and he's happy with his S&P investment. It was a great trade. Thank you, LEB. Sounds good, Sensei. I can get decent prices actually. What from where? What do you mean? Sounds good. I can get for decent prices. I can get for decent. Oh right, you can get for decent prices. Usually. Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? What are you looking to do? Let me know. Jump into Discord. We'll create a chat for all of us. Language 263%. GR finally popped yesterday. Yes, we did have a look at it the day before. Jerry Mandarin Crypto. Our language is up 263%. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm going to send you straight over to Martyn. It was a quick morning show. We haven't been able to go through the newsletter, but it is more content for all you premium members. Thank you so much for supporting the newsletter. So many kind comments about it. So many of you are enjoying it. Commenting below, having the private discussions and groups, reading all the news, the XRP. There's more news today. The XRP base news, the Elon Musk news, ECB news. Go through the silver new thoughts again, looking at my exact levels. You've got the what's coming up today. You've got the full silver chart as well to all those premium members as well on the newsletter. So thank you all for supporting that. It means a lot. It means a great deal for all the supporters there. I'll give you the link again. You can also sign up for free or on the monthly plan, but the annual plan is when you get the best price. Is about $10 a month, works out to about 25p a day for all the news of the day every single morning. You'll go to a page like this when you hit the link and you can choose your level. Thank you everyone for tuning in. You'll go straight over to Martyn now, who will be giving you some breaking news. The link is pinned above. You click the link here. It'll take you straight there. The ECB rate cuts are happening today, and they're happening in a minute. So thank you, everyone. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Go straight to that link, click that link, go straight there, say Sensei sent me, and it's happening now. So thank you, everyone. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.